The Canadian Red Cross has funded our initial project, our pilot project, which was really just me being able to reach out to many rural communities to provide strategies and resources and really just support for the volunteers that are working with the Syrian refugee sponsorship groups in Renfrew County and Lanark County. What we're doing is taking the volunteers where they're at and coaching the gap between that and where they need to be to meet the newcomers' needs.
So the Community Settlement Initiative is unique in the sense that we are not creating a typical newcomer service center in the counties. So I'm working specifically with businesses, volunteer groups, municipalities, anyone that is interacting with newcomers, building capacity with those individuals so that we can help retain the newcomers that are moving here.
When you look at urban models and you try to fit them into the rural setting, it doesn't work. Funding agreements are framed towards city conditions. Reality's best practices are all reported about things that occurred in urban settings. And so the best possible option for us was to use that innovative thinking that rural areas present all the time and leverage it towards this sector and how we could really find that solution based on the way that we think all the time here, which is how to do what we need to do with what we already have.
I am named Karima. I am coming here in Canada 3 years and a half. No English for coming here. No no family here, alone in here. Now I have a new family Canadian, John and Margaret, my family.
We belong to a group that decided to bring the refugees into Canada, and we've stuck with them and been involved in all manner of different exciting and challenging things. So.
Since, yes. Now the group was quite large in the beginning. There were about 10, 12 people.
Yeah.
Different people are still involved, but not as much. You know, it's how it is. It's been 3 years now, so, you know.
My teacher in first language, Adrienne, in it 3 years and a half.
So a few years ago, I was sort of teaching informally both Abid and Karima.
I decided to get involved in ESL volunteer work because there was no program in ESL in Arnprior, and I have a background in ESL.
My mom's name is Karima, and my dad's name is Abid, and my sister's name is Lean, and my brother's name is Mohammed, and my baby brother is Yosef. It's nice to be in Arnprior because it's not busy. I also want to say thank you for all Canadians who worked hard for me and teach me the English language, and all those people who helped me to do things and know things about Canada.
My name is Ayman Al-Shahadat. I'm from Syria.
My name is Marah Jamoun. I am from Syria.
Really, we surprised all things in Canada, all things different here.
Well, originally we were asked to volunteer 3 years ago, and there was quite a large group of people, and Eileen and I signed up to get the kids into school, introduce them into school, and
that role has definitely changed.
Completely changed.
Our role now encompasses supporting the family with things like drives, shopping, getting the children into school, reading forms, filling out forms, having them over for dinner, going for boat rides.
They are very good people. They help me a day and night. I have a big group, Pia, Eileen. I have about 6 volunteer teachers to learn English. Yes.
It's been an awesome experience helping this family, taking them to their firsts.
My name is Adham Muhammad Azzaid. This is my wife and my daughter and my son.
Hi, my name is Sham. I'm the translator for them. I'm Sister Asra.
أول شيء الهدف مشان الأولاد. ثاني شيء مشان الشغل احنا يعني لأنه كنا قاعدين بلا شغل بالأردن. هون يعني أول ما يجينا شغلونا والحمد لله.
Okay. He said the first thing is for the kids, and second for the job, and to live like a family.
So working with Adham, I think we had a couple of really nice success stories, and it's all help of our employers as well. So we were able to connect him with a great local employer who had no issue with any of the language barriers. He was going to be trained by watching, essentially, and it's worked out so far. So hopefully the employer wants to keep him on. They're more than happy with his work ethic and hopefully continued employment.
Jane and Becky and Marianne and Henry and Margot and Yvonne
Mike
and Mike
Felicity
and Rose
and Rose
and John إليسون. احنا بنشكرهم كثير ونحبهم كثير، هم عائلتنا الثانية طبعا يعني.
She said, I just want to thank them a lot, and they are part of the family. They love them so much.
The family is very easy to love. They're very enthusiastic, so appreciative, and of course the children are delightful.
Thank you,
Canada.
My experience as a coach has been good because the individuals I'm working with are at least open and they want to meet halfway and they want to understand more and they want to learn how to better serve newcomers. They just don't really know how in this moment. So they just want some extra coaching so that they can be as supportive as they can be in whatever role that they are working with newcomers.
The importance of the Canadian Red Cross giving us our base pilot funding is absolutely the most important piece to achieving program outcome now in 2019 and into our future. Without that investment and them really, quite frankly, taking a risk on our idea, our unproven idea, that risk that they took has paid off. And it has paid off more in the sense of what the community has felt and what they have seen in terms of the possibility of connections across communities and across people. So truly, with their investment, we were able to expand what Lanark County can offer and finally create some level of service in Renfrew County for the first time in history.
Without the Canadian Red Cross funding, none of this would have been possible.
So one of the things I always think about in my work is this famous Gandhi quote that's called, "Be the change you want to see in the world." And when I think about all of the people, places, spaces, resources that we've been able to leverage to pull off this work, you know, as I'm sitting here in the recreation room at the Perth and District Union Library, I think about the deep impact that this place has made on the program outcomes. Sharing this resource with us so that the volunteers had a place that they could come with the learners to feel at home. You know, this is a community hub. All libraries are, and even the church basements or the other places around the community that have been open arm accepting our use of their time, space, resources to be able to do this work. You can't pull off this kind of work in rural areas without really critical partners like this. People, places, spaces, resources, materials that are shared, leveraged, and brought forward to achieve collective outcome. There's nothing sweeter than that.